It's known as one of the loudest stadiums in sports for a reason. And it'll only get louder as the collective 12th man starts cheering for their Seahawks. Welcome to Lumen Field in Seattle. Up next, a contest that keeps things all in the NFC between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. And his punter, Ethan Evans, going to send this one away. And away we go from Lumen Field. Starting from the 5. And will bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
From the gun, Milrow. Forced out to his right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
And Walker gets it for the first time. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Has him on the quick hitter. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he gets a few on the punch forward.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Milrow from the gun. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script, Brock. Test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
He has the first over the middle. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first. We go play action here. It's Milrow. Flushed out of the pocket. It's caught by Elijah Arroyo. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Setting up the screen. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks finish up an excellent opening series. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Dixon to kick this one away. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. The first carry now for Kyron Williams. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. 3rd and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Rams are set to punt. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Milroe. Complete out to the right. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy of that marker.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give the quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
He gets 6 on that play, and that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots, but some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Here's Milroe, 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that gives the Seahawks the first. Throwing now, Milroe. That's a catch, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. To the air, Milroe. Escapes the pocket. And Milroe goes into the slide with enough yardage there to pick up that first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Come on.
First down throw here for Milroe. Here's a screen now for Walker. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks pull that in front further. 13-zip. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Rutgers with the extra point. And the Seahawks drive out to an early 14-0 lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
On the go.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action. Right? When you really just gouge and gash the defense like that, next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball to go right over their head.
A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. The Seahawks with an early lead. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're looking at 2nd and 3. Another run for Williams. They crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
This time it's a passing play. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Reek Woolen with the INT. Somewhat surprising interception there, Brock. You don't see nearly as many of those on shorter, safer throws like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what that was. Coordinators and coaches offensively look for layups, Kate. You like basketball, right? They look for layups, easy gimmies. And in the short field, that usually is the case. Not against a defense like this, and not a defense that has the awareness of what they're trying to do.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Milroe looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Milroe now to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. In the hands of his running back, Walker. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
We'll get it at the 9. Going trips left here as they get sent. 1st and 10. And they're not going to bring him down until he reaches, looks like the 28. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll throw. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. The LSU rookie with the pick. And the Seahawks take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Man, these guys just can't get out of their own way right now, and we both know it's only going to hurt worse as this game rolls on.
Yeah, kind of stuck in a loop right now. And I don't care what sport it is. If it's golf, if it's shooting a free throw, batting, baseball, like you grip it tight and you grip that ball tight, usually bad things follow.
First call here coming from the shotgun. To throw, here's Milroe. Completed to his running back. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
This is Walker on second. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. The point by Butker is up and good. And the Seahawks stretch their lead to 21. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Oh, no. They get him yet again. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Oh, man, Brock. Those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Here's Milroe to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
Milroe throwing on 3rd down. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. Seahawks with the lead here at Lumen. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Now a design run. Here's Milroe. It's a nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd down.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
Here we go.
It's a design run for Milroe. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Seahawks boat racing them to the halftime locker room. They broke out the design run from there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive.
On the set.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. So it's 2nd down coming up.
I say to you all the time, Kate, to get a quarterback into rhythm. Completions, completions, completions. Well, this is the opposite of rhythm. There is none because we have not had a completion yet.
Throwing from the gun here. That's on target. Puka Nacua. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They are throwing it again. Okonkwo brings it in. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and manageable. He's throwing. At the goal line. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. An even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. Complete on the option. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams get their 1st points of this game just before halftime. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. Milroe with it on 1st. He's got a man left. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Cut out left. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. 10 seconds to go in our half, partner. We've got whistles. It's a timeout.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
That's JSN. Smith and Jigba on the quick slant. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Walker now from the gun. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Hold it ready.
One last play before the break.
Hey, King, let's go now. 60 by 60 by. Ready.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. A great effort, not rewarded. That punches the crossbar and bounces backward. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Short pass brought in. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
You know, quarterbacks aren't always the one dishing out punishment, but when they take it and they deliver a frozen rope, when they deliver a ball right on target just like that, and the respect factor grows hundredfold with your teammates.
Couldn't connect with Puka Nacua. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that you count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
On the move, past the 40. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Rams have the 1st down. They're throwing it. He's got it near the 8. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Sending a tight end in motion left.
19 Tiger.
Working inside the red zone. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. It's 2nd and goal.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here is 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Set.
Back to throw. Looking, but will not find it. So incomplete on 2nd and goal, Brock. Chances starting to run thin to score here. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on 4th, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
Need a touchdown here as they line up for 3rd and goal.
19 Tiger. 19 Cougar. 19. Ready.
Williams. Ooh, no luck. He tried. He was fighting, but they send him backwards on 3rd and goal.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
So the offense staying on the field from a bit of a distance here. They're going for it on 4th and goal. Fourth down, pass coming. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Seahawks will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
When chances to score have been so few and far between for your offense, Kate, you got to come through in these opportunities, especially now in the second half. Like all game, this defense has just risen to the occasion and jumped on the chance at that interception.
And this is going to be a 4-yard gain. They're out to the 24.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
It's his running back. There he goes, right sideline. There it is, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks push their lead further to start the half. Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks grow their lead yet again. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Okay, well that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Has him on the quick hitter. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Offense in the hurry up here. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Give him 8 on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. And gain 11 on that play. And the Rams have the 1st down.
Well, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Working now from the gun. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he was showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Handoff goes to Williams, running right. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down. He's dropping back to throw. Screen here for Williams. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Delivers another one to Williams. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's 16 yards on that play. And the Rams have the 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Come on.
Give to Williams from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Offense up to the line fast. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're into the drop-in. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
Staring down that down in distance, it was going to take some type of big play offensively to extend the drive. But all that sack did was create a bigger play for the defense.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that lowers the gap to 25 points.
What a season this guy has had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. First down throw here from Milroe. He's going to be forced to throw this one away. That takes us, Brock, to the end of our third quarter. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Check smash, ready.
Now give left side. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Ready.
Rams going nickel here on 3rd down.
60. Here we go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. He's got it inside the 10. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. He was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks continue piling it on here in the 4th. Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks continue piling onto this lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Right side into the hands of Adams. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
I'll say this, Kate. This quarterback's got some courage right there. He throws it into double coverage, and he's got a guy there in coverage who's already picked him off, and he don't care. Kind of like that gunslinging attitude, but you better be careful the next time around.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset? New set of downs for him from the 31. Working on first down. That's caught by Williams. Room to run inside the 20. And he's finally brought down at the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. Now, that's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on a screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
They go heavy on this first and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation. One of the tight ends motioning left. First and goal. Here's Williams. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. They get 8 on the play, and that gives them second and goal from the 2.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Here we go, set. Press all 80. Go set. Go set. Ready.
They'll try and punch it in. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Rams making the scoreboard look a touch better. Kicking team out to try the extra points. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams will trail by 25. Here's Evans set to kick this away. Has this at the 6. Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10. Hand off to the back. Has good room at the 35. Inside the 45. Still running. All the way. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks keep running away with this.
Okay, with these great running backs, you know that patience is so often carry to carry, one of their great traits, and also over the course of the game, just waiting for their opportunity to explode and go finish it as he just did.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Seahawks continue adding on to that lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. First and 10.
Dragon 60. 60 by 6.
They'll go play action. Connecting on the slant. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Oh, he loses the football. And that should be Seahawks football.
This is exactly what you want out of your defense. If they're not going to secure the ball on offense, and they're going to give you a shot at it, go punch that ball loose and get a body on it for the recovery.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Back to the well again. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
1st and 10 from the 43. They give it to him again. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks about to stay unbeaten once again.
Ready.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Drawing up the design keeper. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down.
Ready.
We draw it up for him.
Let's go.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd.
Ready.
We draw it up for him.
Here we go.
The lead looks safe, but the pedal's staying down. They're going for this. So several thousand 12th men and women cheering as the Seahawks win at home. And they draw first